maybe he gaslit you and try to put you in your place. I mean, I also am looking at the other aspect of this. Is this really what Joe is going through? Or is this like, I mean, Joe, there ain't no show, girl. This ain't going to get you in the cast. Like, we're not there. And we'll get into that in a second. So,
I know.
yeah, I think she's feeling it. But also, is this also because you want your, contract for your $40,000 to be
Now
on
I
Vanderpump
will
Rules? Like, this is not going to get you in the mix, Joe. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
I will say from a reliable source, we can talk about this because Dumois picked up the story. But I have heard from people
You
associated.
said this on our live show. You've been saying this one off air to me for 6 years, and you said it on our live show.
Well, no, I got something else,
Oh,
which kind of leads to the point of Joe in this video. I do know from a reliable source that production did interview Billy Lee. Joe wanted to bring back Sandoval, his girlfriend. And you do have to wonder, did they go with them or did they not? And it's very intoxicating, right? This idea of, I'm sure Billy Lee, I'm sure they were interviewed. They thought they could potentially be on the cast. And then if they're not hearing back, because that's what happens, right? They just never call you back.
nah.
They never tell you yes or no. They just never call you back. So maybe there's a lot going on there. Maybe she did think she was going to be on the cast this next season, and it's not happening. Now, Dumois is reporting what I've been telling you for 2 months, which is VPR considering a complete recast? Now, I've read a couple stories beyond Dumois that says they did consider a complete recast, but they know there's no show without these big name heavy hitters. People want to see Ariana. They want to see Katie. They want James Kennedy back.
They want to see Sandoval. I don't care if you hate him or not.
Look,
You
but
want to
I
see
don't.
what's going on. You want to see the girlfriend. The girlfriend will be there. We brought Allie on. We brought James on. James was Kristen's girlfriend. So the girlfriend of Sandoval will be on there. But go on.
Well, I don't really. I believe they're going to recast. Now they claim that
Totally with none of the OGs.
I would not bet the farm on that. No, I think they'll have a few of the OGs, but I don't think Ariana's coming back. I bet Lala pops in and out. If anything, I think
Didn't
it's
we already try that show? The season we had Max and Brett and Danica and Dana. Like, didn't we already try this mixed show? Didn't
I
really
what,
work.
what do you think? What do you think? You think they're all coming back?
I don't know. I said at the time that they had this hybrid cast with Brett and all that, and it didn't work. I don't know why you didn't just have two shows. I mean, the problem is we now have the Valley. So I think, I mean, why can't we look? The idea to me of people don't cast the show. When Billy Lee was on my podcast, she said she answered a casting call to work for Lisa. Like, I love the idea of real people that work for Lisa. Give me a break. You and I have been to Sir and Tom Tom. Many people there are very attractive. I like the idea of I am fucking starving to death and I want to be an actor and I'm working at Tom Tom. And you're now going to come home to my shitty ass apartment like Tom and Kristen had. And here are my two roommates. And Lisa is really my boss. And the Toms are my boss, although, Peter says that she bought them out. I like the idea of the real next generation that are poor and making it before they are reality stars. It's going to be an authentic group of people. But I'm not saying to get rid of these other ones. It would be, to me, it's just two separate shows. Uh, I still don't know. I mean, we had a whole season of Tom and Ariana not speaking. That doesn't work. New Jersey's over. There's no talk about New Jersey coming back anytime soon. So I feel if Ariana doesn't come back, yeah, I guess you bring in Tom's girlfriend and Alley Cat gets a bigger role. And I don't like the idea of some newbies. Justice for my Billy Lee. I love Billy Lee.
Alley Cat.
I don't know. I like the idea of a whole new cast. I just am not saying to get rid of the OGs, but I don't think it works to have like the Toms pop into Tom Tom for a scene. You know, what's the
No,
point?
I think you're right, right? We saw that with New York, with Roni. They just recast and it's working-ish, I
But
guess.
I'm over the story. I don't really find an interesting story to be, we know the dynamic between Tom and Sheena. Like, really, nothing is going on. There's no divorce, like Jackson. Like, what is going on? Lala's going to give birth. James is living his best life, opening for Paulie D. Tom Schwartz is, again, I have no idea. You got to go to work sometimes, dude. Katie is going and running the shop. I mean, what is going on in the OG's life that where Sheena goes and records shenanigans? What's going on here? What's going on?
Unless Lala's going to spill on Randall, and she's not because the stakes are very high. I mean, Randall Emmett could go to jail. I mean, and she wants complete custody of Ocean. I don't blame her.
I don't blame her.
There's a ton of litigation and lawsuits out against Randall Emmett. And next show, we've got a lot to talk about. Tom Girardi case. We have so much to talk
Oof,
about. But
girl.
anyhow, I'm with you. What are they revealing? Katie Maloney is working full-time slinging sandwiches. That's something about her. Full-time. That's her job. You predicted this 2 years ago. And Ariana is getting ready to apparently re-sign again for a Broadway run. She's not coming back, I don't
Not
think.
until after my Alyssa Milano. Don't you do this to me. I will be going back to Chicago. I saw Lisa Rinna. I saw Erica Jane. I unfortunately did not see Pam Anderson. And now my girl from one of the best shows in the world, Charmed and Melrose Place, Miss Alyssa Milano will be taking over the role for Ariana. So maybe she'll come back afterwards. Yeah. Look, I saw that clip that just went around about Ariana singing the duet with her co-star. I mean, she's really good. Like, it's not stunt casting. Like, she's really good in the role. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm more interested to watch a bunch of newbies and get to know them and I want them to be hot and I want them to be broke. That's what we loved about Vanderpump Rules. I'm not opposed to the OGs coming back, but I just like, right. Katie has nothing else. Like Sheena goes, and I'm not saying shenanigans is any better to pay the rent than going to the sandwich shop. I'm just saying they're dealing with what's their real life now. Lala's doing Give Them Lala. Listen, Lala's podcast is a top rated.
Oh my God,
So she's
money.
making money. Sheena, you're making some money. Katie's going there. So they're like working. Tom is going on tour. Those shows sell out in the middle of nowhere. So they're working. I don't know. I'm not opposed to them all returning, but I'm more interested to see a bunch of newbies at this point because I don't know. There's no dynamics that have changed. The Valley is like, you can't script this. It's what Vanderpump Rules gave us for so many years. This real stuff. Like, you can't, who would have thought in season 2 that Brittany would serve him with papers on air? And, Michelle has the secret boyfriend going down to Chateau Marmont. I mean, it's now Danny had like, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's a
I
lot
do.
going on.
You know what I mean. Do you want to announce really quickly our